Good day. Welcome to Horse Racing World News. Here are the top stories from different parts of the world. And here are the news.
Top-class miler Palace Pier will miss the G1 Qatar Sussex Stakes at Goodwood on July 28, after presenting with poor blood work in advance of the race. The Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed Al Maktoum colorbearer has compiled an enviable record of 8 wins in 9 starts, and was last seen saluting in the G1 Queen Anne Stakes at Royal Ascot. He had opened his 2021 campaign with a win in the G2 Bet 365 Mile at Sandown on April 23 and added the G1 Al Shakab Locking Stakes at Newbury on May 15. Co-trainer Thaddy Gosden said, "His bloods are off, and obviously it wouldn't have been the right thing to do to try and push him into the Sussex. The next race that suits him is the August 15 G1, Prix Jacques Le Marois, at Deauville. We'll have to miss Goodwood, which is frustrating. Hopefully we'll take him to France. He obviously won the Jacques Le Marois last year, so it's a good backup."
When Batavia Downs opens its 2021 harness racing season on Wednesday, July 21, the card will be highlighted by a visit from the New York Sire Stakes and the 2-year-old trotting filly division. Post time for the first race is 6 p.m. 13 first-year trotters will go postward in 2 divisions for a total purse of $101,700. It's the second of 5 stops on the schedule this year, leading up to the Night of Champions at Yonkers Raceway on Friday, September 10. The first $51,300 division is in race 7 and 7 starters are programmed to go. The morning line favorite is the undefeated Bomb Hugger, Chapter 7 Stylemaker, who will start from post 5 at 2-1. After breaking her maiden at the Meadows last month in her first lifetime start with a 1 minute 58 seconds 4/5, 7 3/4 length romp, Bomb Hugger made her NYSS debut at Saratoga on July 6, the winning one with a wire-to-wire effort in a lifetime best 1 minute 58 seconds 2/5. Despite a very brief body of work, she appears to have the best resume in this field at this time. Anthony McDonald will drive for trainer Ryan Swift and owner Thestable Bomb Hugger Group. She's a scorcher, Chapter 7 Chile de Male, made her first ever start in the NYSS division at Saratoga and was faced with post 7 and chasing a runaway winner in Joviality S, who won a torrid mile in 1 minute 56 seconds 4/5. She's a scorcher was out at the half and gave chase, but understandably tired late in the race. With that experience behind her, She's a Scorcher can improve here from post 2 and is listed at 7 halves. Hall of Fame trainer Linda Toscano has Scott Sarin in the bike for owner Ryan Smith. I Love My Mia Mayu's Chapter 7 I Love My Jimmy Choos made her first lifetime start in an XLA event at Saratoga and didn't disappoint at all. She came from off the pace with a strong stretch drive and won by 3/4 of a length in a timely 1 minute 58 seconds 3/5. Although moving up to the top NYSS division, I Love My Mia Mayu's will definitely be formidable competition from post 1 at 4/1. Brad Grant owns the Tony Alagna trained filly that will be driven by Andrew McCarthy. In the second $50,400 division, Gertrude, Devious Man Ophelia, has been labeled the 8/5 favorite on the strength of an impressive debut. Gertrude won a strong 1 minute 55 seconds 4/5 qualifier at the Meadowlands in mid-June and crossed the wire 5 lengths in front of her competition. Then she won her first lifetime and stake start at Saratoga in an equally impressive wire-to-wire, 1 1/4 length win in 1 minute 57 seconds 4/5, with a 28 3/5 final panel. She does move out to post 5 here after 2 consecutive starts at the Pylons, but that doesn't appear to be a hindrance to her chances in this race. It's all Team Orange Crush connections here with Andy Miller driving and Julie Miller training for owner the Andy Miller stable. Former local favorite John Stark Jr. returns to Batavia with the 5 halves second choice 7 on the rocks, Chapter 7 Spice Bourbon Girl, who sat the pocket the entire mile behind Gertrude in her win and just wasn't able to catch her in the stretch. But that was then and this is now. It looks like a similar trip is in the future, and 7 on the Rocks fortunes could certainly change from post 1. Start both trains and drives for owners Mortgage Boys stable, James de Armand, Peter Barbado and Sam Bova. Cranberry Lake, Devious Man Anne's Promise, won a maiden race at Saratoga, her first lifetime start in 2 minutes 01 sec with a solid 28 4/5 last quarter. In her NYSS start the following week over the same track she went a fast mile, trotting in 1 minute 59 seconds 2/5, but a slower final split of 29 4/5 to finish third. She looks to bring her best in here and is listed at 4-1 from post 3. Trainer George Ducharme has Scott Sarin up to drive for owner David Firmstone. There are also 3 divisions of the Excel A Series going for $15,000 each and 2 Excel B splits competing for $6,600 apiece.
Colonial Downs kicked off its 2021 racing season Monday with a record opening day handle of $2.66 million, spurred by a 4-pack of $100,000 Virginia restricted turf stakes races, and the return of fans to the New Kent track now in its 3rd year under ownership of the Colonial Downs Group. We would like to thank the horsemen, our fans on and off site and our team for starting the meet on the right foot, said John Marshall, Executive VP Operations for the Colonial Downs Group. What a delight it was to see 2,500 fans at Colonial Downs on a Monday afternoon with such enthusiasm. We appreciate our fans for urging a new all-time Colonial Downs all-source handle opening day record. Looking at today's card, Colonial Downs has arrived at a whole new level.
John and Diane Fradkin's Rombauer, 3.5 length winner of the Grade 1 Preakness Stakes on May 15th, is being sent to Peacefield Farm in Temecula, Caliph, for a freshening of at least 60 days, according to a report by Jay Privman in Daily Racing Form. Trainer Michael McCarthy said of the twirling candy colt, "He just hasn't been as sharp coming out of the Belmont. We didn't think the right thing to do was push it. He's done a lot for us. We'll do whatever he needs." Rombauer has raced 4 times this year, starting with a victory in the El Camino Real Derby at Golden Gate Fields in Northern California on February 13th. He shipped to Kentucky for the G2 Bluegrass Stakes at Keeneland on April 3rd, finishing 3rd, then returned to his base at Santa Anita to train up to the Triple Crown races. The Fradkins opted to skip the G1 Kentucky Derby and instead point Rombauer for the Preakness, where he defeated Midnight Bourbon and Kentucky Derby winner Medina Spirit with a powerful stretch run. He then finished 3rd, beaten 12.5 lengths, by Essential Quality in the G1 Belmont Stakes on June 5th. Rombauer returned to the work tab June 25th, going a half mile at Santa Anita, then recorded 2 additional 5-furlong breezes on July 2nd and 9. McCarthy told Daily Racing Form that Rombauer will return to training in the fall and be pointed for a 4-year-old campaign, with the Saudi Cup and Dubai World Cup early season goals for the Kentucky-bred colt.
Multiple Group 1 winner Hey Doc has been retired, having lost the desire to be a racehorse. A 10-time winner from 32 starts under the care of T&C McAvoy, Hey Doc ran his last race finishing 8th in the RN Irwin Stakes, 1,100 meters, at Morphettville in April. Co-trainer Calvin McAvoy said there was no soundness issues with Hey Doc. "The horse has been to every dance," McAvoy said. "He ran in a Blue Diamond Stakes at 2, ran in a Caulfield Guineas, won an Australian Guineas at 3, and we won 2 Manicato Stakes with him." McAvoy said Hey Doc was a funny horse but capable of some amazing feats. He said the sprinter came off some significant breaks to again win at Group 1 level, securing the Winterbottom Stakes in Perth along with a second Manicato Stakes, his last win, last October. McAvoy said that while Hey Doc appeared to be going well in training, he had lost his competitiveness. Last prep he was going super, but when it came to the races, and the pressure was on, he wasn't in for the fight, McAvoy said. That wasn't him. He was a horse that was always in for the fight. There were no injuries, but he just told us that he had the zest for racing. We listened to the horse and he was telling us at 8 that he doesn't need to be going out there and doing it when he's not racing at his best. McAvoy said Hey Doc was sound, well and loving life in the paddock as he and his father awaited news on where the gelding would live out his life.
For the 3rd consecutive week, St. George Stables' 5-year-old mare Letruska has been voted number 1 in the NTRA Top Thoroughbred poll, while Klarovich Stables' 4-year-old gelding Domestic Spending has risen to 3rd place. Letruska, trained by Fausto Gutierrez, has Grade 1 victories in the Apple Blossom Handicap at Oaklawn Park and in the Ogden Phipps at Belmont Park. She also won her most recent race, the Grade 2 Fleur de Lis at Churchill Downs. A daughter of 2010 Grade 1 Kentucky Derby winner Super Saver, Letruska has 13 first-place votes and 280 points. Godolphin's 4-year-old Maxfied, trained by Brendan Walsh, holds on to 2nd place with 5 first-place votes and 246 points. Maxfield has won 3 of 4 starts this year, including a commanding victory in the June 26 Grade 2 Stephen Foster Stakes at Churchill Downs. Maxfield's only career defeat in 8 starts was a 3rd-place finish in this year's Grade 1 Santa Anita Handicap. Domestic Spending, trained by Chad Brown, entered the NTRA Top Thoroughbred poll at number 10 on May 3 after finishing in a dead heat for first with Colonel Liam in the Grade 1 Old Forester Bourbon Turf Classic. Since then, Domestic Spending has steadily climbed in the rankings, helped largely by his 2 3/4 length victory in the Grade 1 Resorts World Casino Manhattan Stakes at Belmont Park on June 5. Domestic Spending moved from 4th to 3rd place this week, earning 6 first-place votes and 216 points. Winchell Thoroughbreds and Willis Horton Racing's 4-year-old Silver State has won all 4 of his starts this year, including a last-out victory in the Grade 1 Hill and Dale Metropolitan Handicap on June 5 at Belmont. Trained by Steve Asmussen, Silver State rose from 5th to 4th place with 3 first-place votes and 207 points. Godolphin's 3-year-old Essential Quality, who won the Grade 1 Belmont Stakes presented by Naira Betts, improved from 6th to 5th place. Trained by Brad Cox, Essential Quality, who also captured the Grade 2 Toyota Bluegrass Stakes, has 3 first-place votes and 181 points. Korea Racing Authority's Nick Sko, also trained by Cox, won the Grade 3 Prairie Meadows Cornhusker Handicap on July 2 by 10.5 lengths. Also victorious in Gulfstream Park's Grade 1 Pegasus World Cup Invitational in January, Nick Sko is in 6th place with 122 points. Godolphin's 4-year-old Mystic Guide, winner of the Group 1 Dubai World Cup and 2nd in the Grade 2 Suburban at Belmont, slipped from 3rd to 7th place this week after the announcement that he will require surgery for a knee chip. Trained by Mike Stidham, Mystic Guide received 2 first-place votes and 102 points. Michael Lund Peterson's 4-year-old Gamine, the 2020 champion female sprinter, has won all 3 of her starts this year, including the Grade 1 Derby City Distaff presented by Kendall Jackson Winery at Churchill Downs. Trained by Bob Baffert, Gamine has 81 points and is in 8th place. Moving from 18th to 9th place this week is Judmonte's 3-year-old Mandaloon. The 3rd runner in the top 10 trained by Cox, Mandaloon was moved up from 2nd to 1st place in the Grade 1 TVG.com Haskell Stakes at Monmouth Park on Saturday following the disqualification of Hot Rod Charlie. Mandaloon, who finished 2nd in the Grade 1 Kentucky Derby presented by Woodford Reserve, has 47 points. Rounding out the top 10 is another turf star, the 4-year-old filly Althika, GB. Owned by Godolphin and trained by Charlie Appleby, Althika captured her 2nd Grade 1 this year on Saturday when she took the Diana Stakes at Saratoga. Althika, who has 45 points, also won the Longines Just a Game on June 5 at Belmont. The NTRA Top Thoroughbred polls are the sport's most comprehensive surveys of experts. Every week eligible journalists and broadcasters cast votes for their top 10 horses, with points awarded on a 10-9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 basis. All horses that have raced in the U.S., are in training in the U.S., or are known to be pointing to a major event in the U.S. are eligible for the NTRA Top Thoroughbred poll. Voting in the Top Thoroughbred poll is scheduled to be conducted through November 6. The full results for the NTRA Thoroughbred polls can be found on the NTRA website at https://www.ntra.com. If you like this video, please subscribe to this channel to be updated on the latest news about horse racing around the globe. Thanks for watching, we'll be back tomorrow.